Tal and Tali Rubinstein are two Israeli musicians that together formed Tal y Tali, a mostly instrumental duo playing jazz infused with some Israeli melodies. Their debut album was recently released, produced by Grammy Award winning producer Javier Limon. I'm very happy to have Tal and Tali in the studio. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So how did you two find each other?
Okay, we knew each other in Israel. We both studied in Rimon School of Music.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't really friends at the time, but then we arrived to Berklee College of Music in Boston, and we started playing together for projects and stuff like that in classes.
Okay.
And we became friends.
And was the match obvious from the get-go? Was your styles, your...
I think so.
Yeah, actually we have a mutual friend that for a few years before we got to Berklee, she tried she told me that I really should be your friend because we're very similar. And when we got to Berklee,
Thank God for Berklee. So let's talk about the album. First album for you. How does it feel to put it out there?
It feels like we have a little child now. It feels really good to have something that you made.
And what sort of reactions are you getting?
It's still it's pretty new, so my parents love it.
Right. Well, you had a show launching the album just a couple of days ago with Yoni Rechter, if I'm not mistaken, one of the greats of Israeli music. How was that?
It was a dream come true, I think, for both of us. It's pretty amazing to be able to feature one of the people who impacted our music the most throughout our whole lives. And actually, when we say that our album is combined with Israeli influences, we mean Yoni Rechter and maybe one or two more, but he is really like one of my favorite musicians.
We have a song in the album that he
composed
and we arranged. Not for us, but a song that we both of us like.
Let's say that it's for us.
And how did you get him to come and take part in the show?
I invited him to my Rimon graduation concert years ago, and then after that I think I played in some other event in Rimon and he was there. And he came to Boston actually to perform with his band, and since I knew him a little bit, he invited me to spontaneously to play on one song without rehearsal. We just did it, and it was really fun.
Apparently, it wasn't so bad.
I guess, yeah, it was. The chemistry was really nice, and then I just asked him if he would mind contributing.
That's great. Now, he's not the only major musician you've worked with. The producer of the album, Javier Limon, we already mentioned him. What was that like? How did that come to be?
Both of us studied in his class in Berklee. It was an ensemble, and we made. He invited us to record. Each time he invited us to record one song and another song, and then it became like a very big project, and we found ourselves just recording an album and writing arrangements, and it was a really, really fun experience. And
you did another project with him, right? Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah.
So yeah, all the arranging and all that was actually for his album, also for ours, but also we were very involved in his album that is called Promesas de Tierra, with my bad Spanish accent.
Still better than mine. Which means
the promised land or promises of the land.
Okay.
And it was a really, really amazing project. Only in the middle we even realized that it's going to be an album, because it was kind of on the side of our studies. And it was just an amazing experience. We never before got to arrange and to play with such a big and important project. And not only the music is really amazing, but we did it with some of our best friends from class.
And you did a very diverse group, if I'm not mistaken. People from all over. Also, from the region, from our region.
Yeah,
Right.
I have one friend who is a cello player from Bethlehem, and another violin player from Jordan, and a saxophone player from Madrid, and people from all over, but
Yeah.
very close to us.
And a
but
kanun player.
And a kanun
From
player
Ramallah.
from Ramallah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, music is a universal language. Did that statement prove itself in your work, or was there some issues that raised their head?
Actually, there was one day that we recorded that there was a bombing in Boston.
Right, the marathon.
We were in the studio, and it was actually the Independence Day in Israel. And it was, we didn't talk about it, that it's the Independence Day, and we didn't want to talk about anything that is sensitive.
Yeah.
But it was the last day of the recording, and they brought a lot of alcohol to the studio, and we played, and we drank a lot, and it was really, really...
So
really
I think we
fun.
found the solution for all the problems in the
Alcohol, yeah.
region, just a lot of alcohol and good music. Now, in Israel, you're also working with the Andalus Orchestra of Ashkelon, touring with them. How's that?
It's amazing. We got to know Tom Cohen, who is the musical director. Amazing person, just such a pleasure to work with. We just met like randomly and sat down for like a coffee and something like that. It was so much fun just to talk that he just like asked us if maybe we could do something together, and we found a way that it could work. And we're doing it's called Voices of the Opera. That's the series of the concerts, and we're doing arrangements for classical music pieces like Grieg, Khachaturian, and we're converting them to Arabic music, kind of. We're doing kind of a creative engaging of both worlds.
Interesting.
And it's very interesting. Sometimes it's even funny, and sometimes I think at some points it really works as if it's like meant to be.
Yeah.
So
well, your sound is quite unique. What are you going to play for us today? Because we're going to have the pleasure of hearing you guys as well.
We're going to play a song called Boy Ima, which is originally a Russian song, and there is a new melody that Yoni Rechter composed, and we are kind of playing with both of the melodies.
All right, sounds great. So thank you, Tal and Tali.
Thank you.
And thank you at home for joining us as well. We're done for today, almost out of time. So we're going to end today with Boy Ima by Tal y Tali. Enjoy.
ותשבי איתי מעט בעצים מכה הרוח וידייך כה חמות אל תלכי ספרי לי אמא איך באים החלומות הזמן הלך לו, אל תלכי פתאום גם את. בואי אמא, ותשבי איתי